Warning: when you arrive in the early days of the eclipse 350 million years ago, please look up at the sky immediately. Something is floating towards you. Don't move yet. Your mind is blank now. Normally it is like this when you travel through steel and land on the ground. But brother, this is not a place for you to be in a daze. Let me tell you the first thing first. The thing above your head cuts nearly 75 kilometers in one stroke. It is making you make money, but it is not a bird. There are no birds in this era. It is a giant veined light garden. Squat down slowly, don't run. Okay, he flew away. Let's feel this place first. What you are stepping on is thick rotten soil, soft, as if you are stepping on the sea. In front of you is a forest that blocks the sky and the sun. But the trees here grow very strangely. The bark is full of zero-shaped patterns, like snake skin, going straight up, and it can grow up to 30 or 40 meters. This is called a forest tree. It is one of the protagonists of Shikanji. But it is not a tree in the real sense, it is more like a giant of an unparalleled plant, bang kinky, and then the air. You feel like you are breathing easier than usual now. That is not an illusion. The oxygen content of the atmosphere in Shikanji is about 35%. Nearly twice as high as the 21% of your time. It sounds cool, right? But let me tell you, if you keep this thing for a long time, it will cause oxygen damage, dizziness, hand tremors, and high concentration of oxygen. It is the root cause of all giant growth in this era. The Qingting who almost covered your face just now is the best proof is that Jumai Qingting is the largest flying insect in the history of the earth. Jumai Qingting is the top aerial cracker of this era. It is extremely fast. 50 other small cut-off animals and even small two-air animals have eyes covering most of the head, and the field of vision is almost 360 degrees, but it has a well-known weakness. Although its flight technology is powerful, its maneuverability is not as good as that of the modern Qingting. It does not have the evolved version of the latter's independent control of sea. This is the interesting thing about evolution. It was already the strongest pilot at the time, but compared with the Qingting 300 million years later, it is actually an unfinished version. There were no birds or bats in the sky at that time. They were able to dominate the sky just because they had no opponents. We continued walking on the inner road. The leaf litter under our feet became thicker and thicker, and the light became darker and darker. This spiritual curtain forest was so dense that sunlight could not penetrate. You have to pay attention to your steps. No, you have to stop first, because just now a Jackie crawled past you without any success. It can be more than 2 meters tall, and is the largest deep-sea animal in the history of the earth. Its entire body is connected to a kaija carriage, and it slowly slides past your feet, bringing with it a burst of light. There is a slight layer of leaf litter. The good news is that it is live and does not eat people. The bad news is that it has about 30 pairs of legs on its body. It looks quite disgusting. The leaf litter on the ground where the field expedition was carried out is extremely thick because bacteria at that time had not yet evolved the ability to decompose lignin, which is the main component of tree cell coins. Trees in that era fell down when they fell. Nothing could float them quickly, so a large amount of organic matter accumulated like this. Tens of millions of years later, it became the coal we mine today. That's how the name of the actual exploration machine came from. You are now under your feet. The collected rotten soil will be the fuel for the future human industrial revolution. In the late stage of the expedition, the continental pattern was completely different from the world you are familiar with. Most of the land was connected together, and there was a large tropical rainforest nearby, which is where you are standing now, but did you feel that the temperature was below? This is not a normal cooling. 300 million years ago, this eternal rainforest ushered in a huge climate change that lasted for millions of years. The ice caps on the Gondwana ancient road expanded, and the global climate became colder and drier. The originally contiguous tropical rainforest began to fragment, like a complete piece of dry ice that was broken into pieces. A pile of broken blood, large tracts of forest disappeared and turned into isolated small forest areas, separated by dry sweat zones. This event has an official name, called the Rainforest Collapse Incident. It happened about 300 million forests and 5 million years ago. Many people think that the mass extinction is just a flash of light. When a piece of halo occurs, nothing disappears overnight, but not this time. This is a slow-motion collapse. Over millions of years, the aura has been chopped into pieces, and species have been isolated in different fragments. They cannot communicate, and their genes cannot circulate, and then slowly disappear. But do you know what happened in the end? Those quadrupeds trapped in the fragmented aura have begun rapid local evolution because they were forced to be isolated from the outside world. Populations in different areas went in different directions. Some evolved stronger water-filled abilities and were able to survive in dry environments. These guys later became the ancestors of early reptiles, completely getting rid of their